Participants, welcome to this online lecture on AutoCAD 2D beginners to expert level course. And now one by one we are proceeding towards the skills required for building, planning and drawing. So I hope my audio is clear to all of you. So you can just type yes in the chat box or S for start in the chat box, and we will proceed with the today's lecture. In previous session, we have seen about the how to use the table in the AutoCAD. Now we will just take the look at that, and then we will proceed with the further learning. So I share my screen, and once my screen was visible to all of you, so you can again indicate me P for proceed in the chat box, so that we will start our learning today's class. So my screen is visible to all of you. So just anybody can give me the indication. Yes, P for proceed. Thank you for replying quick in the chat box. And now today we will start with this. So today again, one of the important thing that we have to understand, and I hope that you are ready with your pen and pencil and you have to note down the steps. So that steps are very much important. Sometimes they require. So now you can see here in AutoCAD 2025 version was there. So here the name of the program AutoCAD 2025 and name of the drawing, that is drawing1.dwg was mentioned. So actually this is called as title box. So in this title bar here, the quick toolbar was there in the 25 version. In 2013 it was not there. In some of the version it was changing, but now it is very easy to quickly access the some of the commands. So that was called as quick launch toolbar. So this is toolbar appearing here at the top left corner, and here the name of the program and the name of the drawing one, and the extension of the drawing, that is .dwg. So that we use to understand that which drawing is now open. Now at present drawing1.dwg is open for me. So this we have to see that already we have seen that we have to create the folder on our D drive, and whenever we are saving that drawing, so that drawing will get saved to that. Now here this ribbon bar is black in color. This properties dialog box is also black in color. So there are themes are there. So in earlier screens we have seen that this color was little bit changed. So how to change that color of this ribbon bar and this, because it is appearing totally black. So actually this is good practice to use the black screen here, but how to change this, so that command I am now revealing with you. So you have to note down with that. So here you can see with the AutoCAD symbol at the top left corner, you can open this arrow, and here the button was there that is called as option. So you have to go to the AutoCAD menu, then go to the option button. Now in the option button, so there you can see that there is a display. Now in this display, the color theme was given. So this is the new thing in the AutoCAD 25, that you can change the color theme. So this color theme at presently showing to us dark. So instead of this, you can open this and you can make it light. In earlier version, it was default light. So in 2013 and 2020, 2018, all this version, the color theme was light. And you can see that in this dialog box, I will click the color theme as light, then click on apply, and then click on OK. So you can now see that now the theme was now gray. So this was AutoCAD 2013 like screen, where the property dialog box is also a gray one, and this is also ribbon bar is also gray one, and the commands are given. So I just want yours from you side. So what theme you prefer, either dark or light? So type your answer in the chat box. So what theme you prefer? I always prefer a dark theme, but what you think about that? So you have to write down in your chat box. So dark or light, that theme name you have to give on your AutoCAD program where you are practicing at your home, on laptop or on computer, which theme you are using. So that now you have to write down here. Janvi is saying dark theme, and another participants quickly reply in your chat box which theme you like, either light or dark. Sonal is saying light theme. So Aniket is also saying light theme, but I just prefer dark one. So how to do this? So we have just seen that. Go to AutoCAD menu, click here, then AutoCAD menu open, then go to option button. In the option button, you have to go to the display. So there are various tabs. So we will go to the display tab, and we will, instead of choose dark one, and then we will apply and okay. So I just prefer dark. So that is the one new thing, important thing you have learned today. Now one by one, in upcoming every lecture, these type of small tips are there which are very much important and that are not generally known to the common users of the AutoCAD. So you have to remember these tips. So you have to make star in your notebook. So that is the important thing, that you can change the theme. Now today we will proceed with the previous session that we have seen. So I will open my earlier drawing. So that for that purpose, I will go to open box here, and you can see that I have used the text 1 and text 2. So this type of two text that I have used. So that was also, I will just try to open what things are there. Yes. So this thing we have learned into this. So instead of that also, you can go to choose the new. So in the new, already we have seen that we are using the metric unit, and the important thing that we have learned in the table. So just we will recall that. So first step is you have to go to the annotation, and you have to click on standard. So here you have to create text style. So that is step number 1. Write down step number 1, create text style. One by one, now we are learning towards the creating a template for building drawing. So all these commands are required to set a building drawing template, which is required for you, that is required to create. So that we will see later on. So in that way, you can just see that. So here now you can go with this annotation panel, and then you can click on the first, that is text style. So manage text style. In the manage text style, we will create a new one, and name of that text style will be style 1 Arial, and click OK. And here you have to choose the font name as Arial. So go to here and just take it Arial, and this size style 1, you have to apply, set current and close. Now I am using style 1, so that we have seen. So when I uses this text box and I go to here, so what happened, I will get the Arial font automatically. So I will just type my name. Yes. And now I can click outside. So this we have already seen. But for the building drawing, we have already seen that suppose I am creating a room of 3 meter by 3 meter. So I have to take at 3000, comma 3000. And then I will offset that by the 230. So offset 230 value I have given, and I offset this wall outside. And now then I have double click the middle mouse button. So that is zoom extend command. So my room was now inside there. And now you can see that my text is very much small. So I will just take this, send to the bottom of here. Now I have to adjust the text style. So already we have seen that we have to use the text height as 300. So I will select that, go to the text height, and I will type here 300. Now you can see that with this drawing, I will just get my name properly appearing with the size of the drawing. So that thing you have to carry out. So this we have seen. Then the next important step, that is step number 2, is to create the table style. So you have to go here, table style, click here and manage table style. Now in the manage table style, we have to create the new table style, and that you can give as table PVK. So I have just given my name, that continue. And here I have to go to the title. Sorry for that. Today I am having some cold, but work must go on. So here we have to continue this. So in the title, I will go to the text and I will choose the text size at 500. So that change I have to make. Then I will go to header and text height, I will make it 400. Then I will go to data and I will make the text style to 300. Now here, everywhere you have to remember that the text style should be Arial. So in the data, cell type data, text style should be Arial. Again, you can go to header. So here also text style Arial, and in the title also you have to make it text style Arial. So in this way you have to set. So you will click it OK. So table PVK style was created with the proper font, set current, and then close. So this has done our work. Now we can work with the table. So I can just create a table of 5 column and 4 row. So here I will just make it OK. And now you can just click here the table. Suppose I don't want write to here. So we will just keep it, but I can just type table opening. So you can resize to this table. So I will just get it here. And in that way, you can just shrink this. So you have to adjust this. So table and then resize this. Yes. Now you can also resize the table rows, and here also you can just drag it, or you can just resize the from here also. So I think what something went wrong, so I have to make it undo. So again, there was some column mistake was here. So this is not getting it. Okay, so we will just draw a new table again. And 5 row, and then we can click on OK, and you can have table, and yes, click outside. So I will just resize to this table here. Yes. So what thing was remaining that I am telling about? So you have to see that this type of table you can type. So already we have seen you have to adjust the letter and all this. But one important thing was recent here. So if you want to add a column, so you can click here, right click that, and in the right click menu, you will get the insert field or block or a formula, or you can go to here insert left or right. So to insert right side column, so you can see that one column was added. So these are the new things remaining from the table command. So how to insert a column, so that now we have cleared. So what the thing is, you can click on any cell, right click, and then go to column and insert column, or so that way insert left. So one column was added. So you want to delete that. So you can just select all the column, right click the mouse cursor here, and then go to column, and you can delete that column. So that also is, remember. So deleting the column, inserting the column are the important thing. Similarly, suppose you want to add a row. So you can select this row only inside this row. Then right click, and then you can go to the rows, and in the rows it was given insert above or below. So you can add a row also. So this important thing you have to remember. Similarly, you can right click here and go to the row, and you can also delete. So this important thing you have to remember. So column and rows can be added into this table, existing table. So it is required for modification. Some data we have to add on the time. So you can create number of column, table, rows. Now another important thing is that suppose you want to merge this column. So this column you want to merge. So you have to select both that. So what I am doing, I am dragging my mouse like this. So crossing window polygon I am using to select these rows, and then I will right click, and now you can find here in the command, that is merge. So merge, you have to right click as merge all. So these two rows are get merged. So in this way you can merge the column. Similarly, suppose you want to merge all this one. So this complete column you want to merge. So you can just select that, or I will just suppose 3 that I have selected, then right click, and in the right click you have to click on merge all. So you can see that. So this was merged. So in this way, like as a word editor, we use the table in the MS Word. So in same things are now available in this way by using the right click menu. So in the table editing command, the right click is very much important. So we have seen how to merge the row, how to merge the column, or you can make this all complete that. So you can make select this, and you can merge all these rows and column also at once. So right click and go to merge, and you can make it all. So in this way also, whatever the existing, first you have to insert the number of rows and column, and then you can automatically adjust by selecting the particular row or column. So that important thing you have to remember, that when we right click, so there are so many things are there about the editing of the table. So in the editing table, we have already seen to add the column, add the row, then delete the column, delete the row, and then we also seen merge or unmerge also. Even you can make the unmerge. So suppose you select this one, and you can right click here and you can unmerge that. So again that 4 rows was created. Here also you can click inside this, and then you can right click and you can make it unmerge. So that is to be done. Now here, suppose I will enter the value of 1, enter, then 2, enter, 3, enter, 4, enter, 5, enter. Now when you type the numbers in that, so it may automatically going to the right alignment. So we have to change that alignment. So also you can make this, select this rows and right click that. Now here also you will find out the alignment. So all 9 types of alignments are there. So I can now here choose middle center. Yes. So you will get this 1, 2, 3, 4 as the middle center. So that also you have to remember. Suppose whenever you, now again this you want to unmerge. So you can go to here, right click, and you can unmerge that. So this is the fantastic thing. So this capability is available in 2020 onwards only. In previous version, in this way, the right click menu, that is not so much versatile. But in 2020 onwards, so all these good facilities are available with the right click menu. So you can click anywhere in the table and you will get the alignment also. Then even you can adjust the border. So that is also important thing. Then you can also adjust the data format. So they are all the advanced functionalities available in the AutoCAD, but you can explore that. Even you can background fill the table also. You can edit the cell style also. In the cell style, you can also adjust. So all these things are the advanced user, but whatever the general things are required that we have seen. So we can edit the text also in any column or row if you are typed. So you can just go to that. So suppose I have by mistake, I will just suppose I will type here DOOR, and it was the spelling mistake. So that what I can do, I can select, I can right click, and you can go to edit text. So you can just again here click that and you can type. So in this way also, by double clicking also you can edit the text in the table. So all these functionalities are required. So I hope that you are clear with this table. Few things are required in previous lecture, so that now we have covered today. So you just type next for N for next in the chat box, so that now we will again learn today's very fantastic thing regarding the one interesting command. So that is very much required, and remember that you have to practice that command at home. Now you can see that we have completed draw commands, modify commands, but now there are some of the modify commands are there remaining, and then some of the advanced commands are remaining. But for that purpose, you have to practice at home. Otherwise, you will forget that commands again and again. So I request that from now onward, you will try all these things at your laptop and see that this type of good things are created. So here now today we will go for one of the important command, and that command is hatch command. So here again we will move to the draw menu. In the draw menu here there are various commands are given, but here instead of that, so these commands are here. Now here we have to learn today the hatch command. So this is very much important for our building drawing. So what is hatch about? So you know that as in the shown on the screen, suppose I have drawn one of the drawing, and into that I want to show a inclined lines, that is called as hatch patterns. So this hatch pattern is important. So how this is required, how this is to be done, and there are so many things to be need to be done in this. So in the hatch command, there are various options. So that is today now we will focus on the hatch command. So with this, what you have to understand that first thing is you have to draw this type of one room. Now with this one room, now here there are the different things are there. So for that purpose, I will just draw some of the rectangle here. So for suppose I want to show a wall thickness. So wall I will just draw here at 1200 comma 230. So that is 4 feet by 9 inches. So this is my wall, suppose. This is for the building drawing. And now I will make the number of copies. So for that, I will just use the rectangular array command. I will select to this. And now I will press enter. And now yes, you can have the how many numbers of columns and rows are required. So I have taken the 4 rows, and the rows 4 column and rows will be 6. And now in this way, just this row was created, and now then we can click outside or press the enter to close the command. So this type of wall cross section we have drawn. Now here we have to understand how to make the hatch pattern into this. Suppose I have drawn one of the plot. So in that plot also you can make the hatching. So this is the simple command, but it is very powerful and versatile. So you have to go to this hatch command. In the hatch command, this hatch editor box. Now here hatch name is hatch creation. So this hatch creation dialog box appears. So here the important thing is you have to select the pattern. So here ANSI 131, this pattern was there, which was for the hatch command. So you can just use, and you can click inside this, and then you close this editor. So it is seen that I have made the hatch command inside this. But the important thing is that this hatch is not appearing properly. So the command is simple, but we have to understand its importance and how it can be adjusted. So for the wall or for a plot, I have given this hatch, but it is not appearing properly and it is going black white. So what I will do, I will select to this. This step is very much important. Now this step is very much important. So select that hatch and then open this properties panel. And in the properties panel, you just see that here is a scale, and that is the scale important. So here scale is 1. I will make it 10 and press enter. So what happened? You can just see that now I will make my mouse on the screen, press escape. So now the hatch pattern is appearing. But again, still it is again too congested. These hatch lines are very too congested. So again, I will select to that, and I will go to scale, and I will type 20 and enter. So you can now see that it is now appearing very clearly. So again, you want to make it more spacious. So you can just go to scale and type 30. Now this pattern is now okay. So when you prepare a site plan, and into that you have to show the building hatching for a particular area. So in this way, you have to see that the scale should be proper. The important tip here is the scale of the hatch is important in building drawing. So that thing you have to remember. So you can just see that Suppose this is a wall up to 30 and I want to hatch. So I will go to hatch command, and now the command is very simple. Here you can see that on the command line, it is saying that pick a internal point. So I have to click the point inside the area. So I will just click it here, click only once and then close. So you can see that the pattern is not proper. Here also I have made the hatch. This is also a hatch pattern, but it is not appearing properly. So I have to click here and I have to select the scale as 30, press enter. So now you can see that now this hatch pattern is appearing properly. So on the your notebook, you have to note down the scale for different hatch pattern. Now I am teaching the secret of this important thing in the hatch command. So everybody knows hatch command. It is very much simple. You have to click and you have to apply the pattern. But to match the scale of the hatch pattern with the requirement of the building drawing, and that is important. So that now we are learning today. So first thing we have seen, for hatch pattern, you can use the scale up to 20 or 30. For building drawing, I am saying this is the scale pattern. Now here, we will go to the next. So I will use the hatch command. Now in the hatch command, here there are various patterns are there. Now suppose I want to fill complete color. So you have to choose solid hatch pattern and you have to click it here and just close the title box, header. Yes, now this is the color pattern. So this is the just plain color you want to make in the printing. So this is required sometimes to give a color to the various blocks. So how that can be done? Now this is the white color I have given. In the printing, it will become a black. Now you have to remember that because I am using black screen. So lines are white, colors are white. When I print that, so the lines become black and color also become black. So this is the black color appear. Now here again I will repeat that. So I will go to hatch command. Now click inside this. So this is the pick point command I have given, and now you can close the editor. So this is very simple now, but I can change this color. So you select this pattern and go here, and here you can just open this and you can make this color red also. So in this way, by using the hatch pattern, you can fill the various color in your drawing. So that way you have to see that this type of colors can be filled in that. Now these are the simple pattern. Now we will go with our building drawing. Now for building drawing, we will require brick masonry cross section here. So write down in your notebook the symbol for the brick masonry, hatch pattern for the brick masonry is. So write down brick masonry. What we will go here, go to hatch command. And now you have to see that the brick masonry pattern is ANSI 32. Remember, hatch pattern is ANSI 31 and brick pattern is ANSI 32. So click here and now click inside this and close this box. So that's all. But now this also not appearing properly. So you have to select that and you have to adjust the scale of that hatch pattern. So I will type here as 20. So you can see that now the brick masonry cross section is two lines nearby each other, and then there is a big space, and then again two lines, this space and two lines. So this is a proper hatch pattern we require in our wall, whatever the cross section wall we draw. So there you require this pattern. So this is for the brick work. So you have to write down brick work scale pattern is the scale pattern ANSI 32 and scale is 20. So that you have to check. Now again we will go to hatch command. Now click inside here, and now you have to see that the same pattern was applied here, but this is not appearing properly. I have to change that. So what I will do here, so I want stone masonry. For the stone masonry, there is another different symbol. So in such case, if you have make the mistake, you can press the escape from that. So that command was now gone. You can delete this pattern, select that pattern and delete that pattern. Again go to hatch command. Now here I will open this pattern dialog box. So you can open on this crosshair. So here for the stone masonry, it is ANSI 33. So that you have to remember 33 is ANSI 33 is for stone masonry. So you just click it here and click it here and close the editor. So this is for stone masonry, but we have to again adjust the scale. So select that, and into select that, you go to scale and type here as 10. So you can just see that. So proper pattern was appearing. So if you feel that this is so dense as per your drawing size, so you can just make it 20. So it will give you the good pattern for our stone masonry, UCR rubble masonry, coarse rubble masonry, Aslar rubber masonry, so stone foundation. So wherever you want to show the cross section of the stone in the building drawing, you have to use ANSI 33 pattern. So this pattern we have to use. So name we have indicated here ANSI 33 and scale we have taken as 20. So this is the important thing here. Now again, we will just explore our various hash pattern. So go to hash command. Now open this pattern dialog box from this bottom arrow. So there are so many patterns are there. So you can go to this net, or these are the various important commands are there. So you can show here the net. So you can just click here and press enter, because see that again the net is not appearing properly. So click here and now you have to adjust the scale, as now I will place it 20. So it is showing the grill. Whenever you want to see a simple grill design, so for the grill design you can use this hash pattern. So that is very much simple. Now these are the things in the cross section we require sometimes concrete also. So again that we will see. Go to hash pattern, open this one, and now here you have to see that AR concrete. Here it was given. So that concrete pattern you can use here. Click inside the dialog box and you can see that press enter to end the command, and this way the proper concrete is showing here. If you feel it is that not appearing properly, so again you can select. So for the concrete you have to remember that the scale is 1 only. So sometimes you want it again dense, so you can make it 0.5, enter, so that become dense. So you have to just see that. So this is a nice concrete pattern we have to use for the bed concrete, for the coping, or anywhere in the beam, column, slab where you are using the concrete, you have to use this concrete pattern. So you can just click it. Normal scale you have to keep it 1, so it will appear proper. So but according to the your drawing size, you have to adjust the scale of that pattern. So this is concrete. Now again we require sand symbol. So that for you can go to hash pattern, you can open this dialog box and you can find here AR sand. So this sand symbol you can use. Click here and just press enter. So that will be shown. That is so good things are there. So this sand pattern you have to change the scale. So don't change the scale. So same scale is required. But remember here that the box that I have drawn, this size of this box is 230 by 1200. So that you have to remember this is a 230 wall and 1200 long. So 4 feet by 9 inches this box was there, and inside that I am using this various symbol. Now this sand symbol you can use sometime for plaster, showing a texture plaster on the elevation part. So for that purpose you can just again go to hash command, open this panel and then go to the AR sand option. So AR sand option is here. Now in the AR sand again I will click here, press enter. Now you can just select this sand pattern and you can make the scale as 3 or 4. Now that pattern was getting little bit scared. So at some time there are some dots are appear and it is showing that this is a plaster surface. So this way you can use this AR sand command. So dear friends, there are so many patterns are given which are standard across the industry, those required, and they are given in the AutoCAD. So we have seen some of the hash pattern. Now you have to again explore more hash patterns with your practice. So there are so many things are there. I will just show here few of the important things are there. Now sometimes also we require to show the tiles pattern. So there again you can go to here ANSI 37, sorry, where it was just now. Yes. So this honeybone pattern, that type of styles you can show on the curve, on the roadside, or in the landscape drawing, or in your outer side of your plot. So you can just check out that. So no scaling is required here, and it is already a nice one, adjusted one. Now instead of this, suppose there is a pattern. So you can just check out with this. I will just take here a little size, more size rectangle. So 1200 by 1200. And now in this, I will make this pattern. So you go to hatch command and use this honeybone pattern. Click here, and that's all. So this is a very nice pattern, tiles pattern you can apply. So in this way, you have to see that you can go to this draw rectangle, move and copy that by using the grep command, and you can arrange this so many rectangle here. So I will just draw some of the rectangle here again. Yes, and now into that we will try various pattern. So the another pattern in the hatch that we can just see from here, and that is about the elevation, brick masonry elevation, or you can show also the earth. You can also show the grass. So for the grass also there are symbol was there. So you can just explore this. So now another important thing that we require is gravel. So when you want to show the boulder and murum filling, so you have to just click here and close the editor. So now here the gravel filling I have used, but it is not showing properly. So you have to select that, go to scale command, and now I will just make it suppose 10. So that you can see the gravel are appearing properly. But I will recommend that to 20. So this type of boulder and murum filling you can use. So over to that you want some of the another filling. So again you can go here, hatch pattern, and open this hatch pattern panel and just scroll this up or down and just select the here AR sand and click here. And now yes, the sand pattern was applied. Select that sand pattern and just make the scale as 5. Or you can just check the scale to 2 also. So in this way, you have to use the 2 pattern simultaneously, the boulder and murum filling. So with the sand filling also. So it is showing that earth and the boulder stones. So in the plinth, whenever you want to fill such type of filling, so there 2 patterns simultaneously, sand and boulder. So that you have to use from here. So this is the thing you require to be given in the cross-sectional drawing. When you draw the load-bearing structure drawing, building drawing, so there you require this one. Then the another pattern that is useful for our civil engineer, that you can just take the different types of elevations are there. So there are so many things are there, but the gravel is important. And then the another thing that I have shown you, I have shown you the stone masonry also, then brick masonry also. Then sometimes we require this earth pattern, so that you can also use it from here. Earth pattern, you just click it here and close this. So now in the scale you have to adjust, select that hatch pattern, and you just try it for 5 first. So it is again so dense, I will type it 20, and yes, 20 is okay for that. So earth filling, or you can also use for the paving block pattern. So that is also you can use here in the AutoCAD. So for this earth pattern also you have to choose the scale as 20. So in all here in the hatch command you can use the various patterns from here. So there are different things are there to be note with this hatch command. So already we have seen one important thing that remaining, that is for the tiles flooring you want to show symbolically. So that also we can click it here. So angle, it was given angle. So that pattern name is angle. So you just applied it here. Close this dialog box, select that, and now you have to adjust the scale. Type check it as 5. It is so dense. Now I will make it 20. Yes, now it is appearing okay. So you can just show the simple concrete tiles to be fitted on a plan. So this way you can just show this pattern. So these are the some of the patterns they are required. So for brick masonry, you require this one. Then for stone masonry, you require this pattern. Then grill, you can require this way. You can show the concrete, you can show the sand, you can show the plaster surface, and then you can also have a dark color filled with that. So you can change that color of that. So solid color fill you have to use, and this is hatch pattern. So you have to remember the number while practicing the AutoCAD, which hatch pattern I have to use, and accordingly you can create the fantastic hatch pattern in your drawing. So generally these are the important hatch pattern I have shown to you. The another important thing is that sometimes there are so many things are there inside this, so that also you have to remember regarding the hatch pattern. So I will just isolate this box separately, and now I will make it offset, and offset I will give 300, and I will offset this rectangle so many times. So 1, again this outside 2, again select outside 3, outside 4, and outside 5. So such type of drawing is there. Suppose means one boundary and inside to that other boundary. So in our hatch pattern, the important thing you have to remember that the boundary must be closed. So this boundary should be a rectangle or a closed boundary should be there. Now what happens? Suppose if this boundary is not closed. So I will show you the example. Now I will just start one line command here. I will draw a rectangle with the line command, and what I will do, I will just keep one space in between that. Now this was the completed. Now I will just select this line and I will make just a little bit short, and I will create a gap here. And now I will just delete rectangle. So I have deleted this. You can just see that, and but there is a gap. So if this gap is also a little bit small, I can just make it very small also. And now if I will try to hatch this, so what happened that you have to understand. So you can go to hatch command and click inside. So you can see that the hatch gone beyond that drawing. So that is the important thing to be learned. Whenever you are using the hatch, so I will just make it undo. So you have to see that if there is a gap in your drawing or the rectangle or whatever the shape was there, it was not a close one. So hatch pattern will leak from here and it will fill also the outside. So that important thing you have to remember about the hatch pattern. Means to avoid these small openings, hatch pattern otherwise will grab over the drawing. So sometimes it accidentally happens. So always ensure that the boundary should be closed. Now to avoid these such things, what I will do. So what now I have done, I have click here inside that. But instead of that, I can just delete this. I will delete this. Now there is this rectangle. So for filling this, so it is another important step is you can go to hatch command, and in the hatch command there are two options are there. So these options are very much important. One is pick point and other is select boundary object. So these two things are very much important. The default thing is pick point. Means if you do not do anything into that, so you can just see that the command line is saying pick internal point, and it is automatically selecting the internal area, and the hatch pattern is automatically getting done into that. So to avoid this accidentally filling of sometimes, so you can have an option that you can go to select boundary object. So you click on here. Now you can see my cursor was changed. It is appearing as a select box cursor. Now because of this select box cursor, you can click on particular boundary. So I can just use this boundary, or I can use this boundary. So you can see that inside that boundary my hatch pattern was applied. So but I just don't want this type of hatching. So what I have to do, I will again make it undo. So these are the very important things are there. Nobody will teach you here in details about the hatch command. So now when I will just go on pick point, so I go to hatch command Now instead of pick point, I will select object. But guys, remember, before selecting here, now we are having these options here. So you can change the scale, hatch scale. You can already make it, just I type here also. You can make it 20. And now then you can proceed for selecting the object. So that is the important thing you can do here. Now 20 was the value for set, and now I will just select this. So you can see that automatically, without using the property dialog box, the scale was adjusted. So that scale can be adjusted using the hatch dialog box. So that is the important learning you have to remember. Or you can select the pattern also here, or you can select the scale also here, and then you can apply that. But this can be done by using the select command. So that also you have to remember. So instead of pick point, you go to hatch command and you can go on select object. Means whatever the object you will select. Suppose now I will select this object. So into that only it will get applied. So that way you have to remember. So I will make it undo again. So that again you have to remember. So while applying the hatch command, you can adjust the scale or the pattern or the layer. So many things are given here in the, that means properties, you can change it here. Now suppose now you have applied for the wall hatching. So wall hatching was there. So important thing here you have to remember that here in, suppose in the one wall I have made the hatching. So I will go to hatch pattern and I will use ANSI 32. So here I will, instead of, now I have just select the object cursor. So you can go here also, or you can take pick point. So you can click inside this, and now you have see that the hatch pattern was applied to this one. Now this thing you can do. But now suppose you have changed the scale of this. So here you can go to this and you made the scale 10. Now this wall I want require in this way. So whatever, so you have changed the scale of this and you have changed the pattern. Now same pattern you want to apply for the all walls. So suppose all these are the walls also. So you can use the match property command. So you can just see that, select that pattern. Now once the selected, the hatch editor dialog box appear. So there is a match property command. So you choose this match property hatch pattern, and now you can just apply it here. So you can see that the same pattern will automatically get match to the selected one. So this is also possible. So instead of that, you can just close that. Now I will undo it. And now this pattern I want everywhere. So what I will do, I want to change the pattern and match to like this. So then you have to see that this you want to change. So select that hatch pattern first, then go to match property, and then what you require like this. So you click here. So this, see that match automatically get matched. So again, this can be done. So you can now press escape. Now you can select this pattern, and now you can match property, and you can match with this. Or at a time also, you can select all these hatch patterns at a time. And now you can go match properties here, and now click on this hatch pattern. So at the once instance, this hatch pattern is applied to all the walls. So in that way, you have to use this hatch pattern dialog box. So I hope that you have understood all the things about the hatch pattern. So if you are having any doubt, so unless and until you are not trying to apply this hatch pattern inside this, so then only you are not getting the proper scale to be adjusted for your hatch pattern. So that thing you have to remember, dear friends. I just wait for a few minutes. If you are having any doubt or any question about the hatch pattern, you just type in the chat box, or then otherwise we will stop for today's lecture. Tomorrow again we will come with some of the new important advanced things regarding the hash pattern. So tomorrow we will repeat again the hash command. Tomorrow is again the 14th of the November. That is the event day. So today's class was yesterday's remaining class. Now we will proceed next in the next lecture again on the hash pattern. So there also you can ask some of the doubts. So if you are having no doubt, so you can type N in the chat box. No doubt, type N in the chat box. And then we will stop for the today's session. So I hope that you are enjoying this in-depth learning of the various skills in the AutoCAD. So if you like that, you just type good, fantastic, thank you, nice, your feedback in the chat box, and then we will close for the today's session. So I will just stop my screen sharing and type waiting for your feedback in the chat box, and see you again at same time 8:30 tomorrow. And then we will know more things about the hash pattern. Thank you once again.